Nobody want to be homeless.
Homelessness has an impact on every aspect of a child, whether it's their development, whether it's their emotions, physically feeling safe, having enough food, having stability in their life. There's so many different areas that homelessness impacts children. One of the greatest one I would see is impacting their sense of safety and also their self-esteem. Because you can imagine a child who's 3 years old going from home to home or living in their car or different shelters and having so many different places that they have to get used to that they don't know where they're going to be at the end of the day. And that's a really hard reality because most of us grow up with knowing where we're going to go at night, knowing where we're going to sleep, knowing who's going to be around us. And having that uncertainty and that instability in their life has a huge impact on the kid's development.
Being homeless is devastating. It's demeaning, it's heartbreaking. And if it were just myself, I could deal with it. But I have a child, and it's just the most horrible feeling in the world not to be able to guarantee that I've got someplace safe to put my child.
The Children and Youth Program is a program that focuses on providing services to our children age 0 to 18 and our youth age 18 to 24. With these services, we try to really have an impact on the child developmentally, emotionally, and physically to make sure that their needs are being met. Oftentimes when we're working with families who are dealing with homelessness, they're dealing with basic survival, they're trying to find stability, and a lot of times they're in crisis. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with day-to-day life situations, a lot of times the extra things get overlooked, such as the children's needs. So that's where our program really comes in, is to be able to provide this support and these services to the youth and the children.
Well, Rob's 15 now. He'll be 16 in June. He's a special ed student in public schools because he has bipolar disorder, he has ADHD, he has PTSD from an accident that killed his brother 11 years ago.
15-year-old guy who is currently in high school. After multiple attempts at different schools, we finally found one that he has started to really flourish at and work with the teachers and feel comfortable there. And for him, this is a great success because this year he's gone through 3 different school places because he has a pervasive mental illness that he's going to have to deal with for the rest of his life. But figuring out different ways to cope with it and to find that support from the school has been a struggle for him. But now he's really enjoying it. He's connecting with teachers, he's making friends, he's attending extracurricular classes, and that's a great success.
He's getting all kinds of services from the wraparound group now. We just got approved with them and met our new wraparound specialist, and she is a real firecracker. She's great. She's already, in 2 weeks, she's already made me feel so much better about what can happen for Rob.
The Child and Youth Program, really what we focus on is meeting the child where they're at and figuring out what their needs are instead of creating plans of our own, what we think they should do. So for him, we've really focused on him being successful at school because he is a very bright and amazing young guy, and just having him have that environment where he can flourish as a student and have his academics shine, because he has a bright potential and he has a lot of future, but it's getting that support around him.
I would like to see Rob stabilized in school so that I don't have to go through every day wondering if the phone's going to ring and then calling to say, Susan, you're going to have to come get him. Susan, you're going to have to do this. What should we do? Because right now I can't work, and that is killing me because I do customer service and I'm great at it. And I want to be back out there in the workforce, not only because I can do good, but because I feel pretty inadequate that I can't provide for my family.
House is our transitional housing program for 18 to 24-year-old youth. There are 5 young men living here currently with 1 resident manager. They can live here up to 2 years. They pay a part of their income towards rent, and if they don't have income, then they have to come up with $50 a month towards their rent, and they're responsible for feeding themselves and for taking care of all their day-to-day needs. So it's really a very independent program. One joy that I have experienced is working with a young man, getting him into a 4-year university that he's really excited about, and I really enjoyed working with him on his scholarship essays, and I felt like I had some support that was helpful for him, and it was great to see him be so independent and do so much of it on his own.
She's real good. Like when she says she's about to do something, she's gonna do it, and she's gonna go, like, you know, over and above. You know, she's gonna make sure, like, she's helped me a lot in me getting to school, and I think, you know, I don't know if I could have done it exactly without her. So yeah, she's a pretty good case manager also. Like, staying on the streets even for a night kind of gives you a whole lot of emotional punches, in a sense, you know what I mean, which can really translate into psychological, you know, punches. And then so you could feel youth, especially, you know, because you're so young, you know, you can feel like, oh wow, the world doesn't really care about me.
You know, other people, when they see your homeless stuff, they're like, oh, this guy's homeless and this guy's homeless, you know, like they don't think people's gonna change.
HomeStep is different from a shelter program because of the fact that we have a child and youth program. We focus on the child and youth needs, and we work towards providing them stability. Watching the children and the youth develop and really see them grow throughout the time that I work with them and while the families are in the HomeStep program, for me is really exciting, and that's what motivates me to keep on doing the work that I do.
If somebody have a problem, it's good to help each other, like HomeStep did for us.